Thank you so much for joining today's Greenlight Operation podcast. We're so excited to have a short special as we talk about our upcoming gala that's going to be taking place. And we're going to talk about some of the differences from our gala that we had last year and what we are working so hard to put on for this year. I'm excited. We have Micah Davis, who is our Director of Development, joining us for this special episode. So Micah, it is great. I mean, we get to talk daily and connect, but it's fun to be able to have an official podcast together.
Yes.
So we have some pretty big things in store for October 17th. Can you share a little bit about some of the preparation and work that is going on behind the scenes that folks maybe aren't aware of at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So, I'd love to highlight and thank, first of all, our volunteers. And this is something we've been talking a lot about, the prep work for our gala. We start this months and months and months in advance.
Yeah.
So we've been plowing full speed ahead for several months now, planning and brainstorming on how to make it great, but also how to make it different from last year so that it's never the same thing. We love to surprise our guests and have some really neat things planned. So we have a great team in place. We have about 15 volunteers that are consistently meeting with us every couple weeks as we plan, get invites out, seek out corporate sponsors, and then just talk through kind of the planning and the layout of the evening as well. And I don't know if that's something we want to go into today, but happy to chat through that. So
I think it would be fun to share some of the exciting elements that we have in store for this year and how it differs from last year. So last year was just, it's hard to top it year after year. It's going to be really hard to top what happened last year. Is we had an amazing panel of professionals in the anti-human trafficking field, from those that serve in law enforcement. We had a state senator, victim advocate, and it was a beautiful display of collaboration in all the various arenas of the anti-trafficking field. It's going to be a hard one to top. And so this year, though, we do have some differences. We're not doing a panel this year, but who knows? Maybe in upcoming years, we may revisit that again. It was amazing.
Yes.
But what do we have in store this year so far?
Yeah, so this year we're super excited to share that we're going to have a lived experience expert come and speak at our gala as our keynote speaker, and get to hear her story from being a victim of human trafficking through the restoration and healing process, and then also to hear about where she is in life now, which she's doing amazing things and is helping to lead in the industry as well to help others who have experienced the trauma and get full healing. So super excited about that. We also are going to have some live music. We have a dance team coming that night, which is something super different for us, and we're excited about that.
Yeah.
Not to mention just a great venue. So same venue as last year, but we love it, and they've been wonderful to us. So
if you're local to the area, it is going to be at the Historic Acres of Hershey this year. And we're, like Micah said, it is just a beautiful night that is coming together, from the live performances, which are going to be so amazing. I cannot wait.
Yes.
We've got some really great elements in store, and a very moving dance number that's going to be happening as well. And so, as well as you mentioned, our keynote speaker who's coming has got a powerful message to share. But we also have our silent auction, which this year we have some very exciting elements to our silent auction. And Micah, do you want to highlight some of the really fun donations we've received so far?
Yes. So this is something you do not want to miss. So we have helicopter rides, we have horseback riding, we have several wonderful overnight stays at different venues throughout the state and outside of PA.
We do.
I'm trying to think what else we have.
I think we have skydiving.
Yep.
A lot of really great date packages.
Yes.
It's just such a diversity this year, which is really fun. And we have our committee to thank, as well as our incredible interns we had this summer who worked hard to connect with the different corporations and individuals. It is not too late either, though, for people to donate to the silent auction if their workplace has whether it is activities or a stay and travel, people can still donate, right?
Definitely. Yes, we are seeking those opportunities both through sponsorships and through donations to the silent auction, and
Yeah.
really wanting to put together some amazing packages for individuals to bid on that evening. So,
Yeah.
for a package that takes several different things at times.
Yep.
So, seeking that out, yeah,
It'll be
super
fun.
fun.
And with that, with our sponsorship, so everything for that we raise throughout the gala, from the sponsorships that come in to donations that are given the night of the gala, they will all be going towards the restorative care of survivors.
Yes.
And something that we hear often from leaders in the field is just the need for funding in aftercare programming. And that goes to assist with the restorative care for the survivors, from the medical and dental care that they're going to need, to the clinical care from counseling and trauma therapy, but also, to keep lights on at the
Yes. Yep.
restoration home and making sure they have a comfortable environment. So we do have two large remaining projects to finish our restoration home renovations that are the security system. We want the women at our home to be safe.
Yes.
Obviously, human trafficking is very dangerous, and we need to ensure that they are safe and secure, as well as an HVAC system.
Yes.
It has been pretty toasty at the restoration home this summer, hasn't
Very
it?
toasty.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. We have had some great volunteer teams who have pushed through and still served on some Saturdays throughout this summer to help in the renovation process. But some of those rooms were well over 100 degrees.
Yes.
That is not a space that would feel physically safe or comfortable for somebody to heal from trauma. So having central air and an HVAC system that will cool properly is very, very important.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all that to say, all of the funds that we raised from that from the gala this year are going to be going toward the Restoration Home Project, the restorative care of survivors, and so people can sponsor, and we are still accepting corporate sponsorships. We have a variety of levels. Would you be willing to highlight even some of the marketing perks and benefits to those who support through sponsorship?
Sure, absolutely. So we're here at Neary Creative today filming, which is one of our favorite places to be, and they've been a great partner. And so some of our top tier packages include us covering the cost for a promo video, which is a wonderful marketing opportunity. Tickets, obviously, or tables to attend the gala. All kinds of neat things. Of course, we're going to be highlighting our sponsors with their logos through social media and the night of, and giving proper recognition. So we're so thankful. Obviously, the funds that come in through those sponsorships are really what drive the the outcome of the evening, truly, and really contribute towards some of these larger projects that we're talking about. And we are nearing a time. I think we all feel the push to really get the doors open at the home. And so we're excited to get these two projects through to completion and get a step closer to opening those doors. So
We've broken it up to the Restoration Homes Capital Campaign. We've broken it up into 3 different phases, and we are in phase 2 right now, and part of actually phase 3. So we have $125,000 that we have left in phase 2, and then we have another chunk in phase 3 with a grand total of what still needs to be raised being $750,000 to open the home. But it also is as important as events like this are. It's also equally important for us to have regular donors and individuals that give, whether it's monthly or a large annual gift, because once we have the home open, that care is continuous, and it will cost. Most of the homes of this size and caliber are about $1 million every single year to run. And so we are in that phase of launching, but also trying to work through that sustainability, because we want to be reliable in providing services and not just have the home complete when we open the doors, but then 3 months later, it's a different story. And so we are so grateful for the many who are continuing to partner with us. We have seen just daily, even, from those gifts and support coming in that are just such an encouragement to us with that. And you've been so influential on our team and helping with that in your role as well. And What are some things that really stand out to you of the importance of individuals who get behind the mission and financially support?
Yeah, I think, I would say the majority of our donors, when they come alongside of us and they hear what it is that we're doing and the restorative care that we'll be providing, we're so set apart in this local market. I mean, there is no home of this nature in Dauphin, Cumberland County
Hmm.
locally. So this is a first. And I think people really identify with the fact that we're going to be housing survivors of what I would consider to be the most traumatic
Yeah.
form of trauma that anyone could experience. I mean, if you're sold as an individual, like an object, day in and day out, multiple times, like how do you really come back from or heal from
Yeah.
that? So for us to be able to provide a space where we can welcome these women in, but also give them comfort. I think when we shared this story with our donors and they come to the home for a tour or attend an event that we have and see what it is that we're going to be doing, I mean, that tugs on all those
Yeah.
heartstrings, I
It
know for
does.
myself. So to be able to share the mission and then with donors and have them identify, I think, that's what really draws them. And this is not a transactional one way thing.
Yeah.
This is a truly a collaborative effort. And it's going to take many people coming alongside of us in
Well,
order to secure a bright future for these
yeah.
individuals. So we're super passionate about it. We
Hmm.
love it. Our donors are passionate.
Yeah.
And we're so excited to partner with them.
We are so grateful. And just to even see the way that our organization has been able to grow by leaps and bounds with the faithfulness of our donor base and the growth through that, as well as even individuals who are sharing about Greenlight's mission and educating their spheres of influence about human trafficking. It makes a world of difference. And not just for an organization, but for those we serve. And a lot of times people ask us how great is the need. Where are survivors going to come from for the home? And do you think you're going to be able to fill the beds? And I always have to pause for a moment and remind myself they don't work in this day in and day out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the reality is, at this point in time, we receive regular calls from survivors and individuals who even have reached out in the past and asked if our home is open and call back and say, I still have not found placement anywhere. I don't know where to go. Is your home open yet? And so as much as we try to help find placement through the referral network that we have, we are faced with a very harsh reality that there are not enough facilities and aftercare services to serve the number of survivors there are. And it is crucial that we get this home open, but that we do it with excellence and we staff it properly and that we have the proper clinical care that is offered as well. And that costs money. And so we are so grateful for those who support. And for those who attend our gala this year, they're going to get a chance to hear some of the exclusive updates about the Restoration Home Project. They'll get the opportunity to meet the many volunteers and individuals who are part of this. And as you shared, Micah, we will get to hear from an amazing, amazing woman about her story of healing and how her life was changed by going to a home and a program like the one Greenlight Operation is trying to launch. And it just speaks to how with this home and the work that we're doing, we're not just impacting, while we are impacting individuals, we are helping to break the cycle of trauma and abuse that impacts generations. And anybody who's coming to support the gala, whether it's through purchasing a ticket or through sponsoring, has a part to play and is part of breaking that cycle.
Yes.
And so we're excited for this year. It's gonna be a phenomenal year. I think maybe I could go as far as to say maybe our best yet.
That's the goal.
That's a
I'm
goal.
hoping. Yes, I believe it. So,
And I'll say too, if anybody is passionate in hearing today, you love events, you love planning, Greenlight Operation, we host 2 annual events a year, and then we also have quarterly events. And These are just a way for us. We always look at our events as a combination of we are educating people about human trafficking, but providing opportunity for individuals to practically get involved in the mission and ways to support that. And so, if there are people listening that are organized, that love event planning, that maybe hear human trafficking and think, "Ooh, I don't know what part I could play. That's very overwhelming. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a social worker." But there's somebody who loves events. We have a place for them, don't we?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. I would encourage anybody who is feeling led that way, go to our website, greenlightoperation.org, and there is a volunteer tab. Click on that. We have a easy application to complete, and we are always seeking volunteers.
We are.
So they are the heartbeat of what we do. So
They are. And I'll give a plug again, friends. If you would like to join us on October 17th at the Historic Acres of Hershey, go to greenlightoperation.org, go to our event tab, and there you will be able to reserve a table that seats 8, or you can buy individual tickets as well. And if your workplace, your family, your church, your club would like to be a sponsor for this year's gala, again, go to greenlightoperation.org. That same tab that will take you to the tickets will also show you our document that highlights the different sponsorship levels, as well as how to submit that sponsorship. We are requesting that those come in by September 30th so that you get a decent amount of time for marketing as well. And we are just so very grateful for your support, whether that's through attending or through sponsoring. And we cannot wait to showcase this beautiful event. And again, a big thank you to everyone who is helping us put this together. We hope to see you there.